The Little Ouse Path is a 10-mile-long, waymarked trail that begins in the Norfolk town of Thetford. It passes the historic St Mary's Priory ruins to join the Little Ouse towpath heading onto the A11 dual carriageway and meandering its way past the nearby power station. The route heads through a large section of Thetford Forest to arrive at Santon Downham, where the river is crossed again to the northern bank and followed all the way to Brandon. The Little Ouse Path begins here at Thetford train station and heads along a couple of narrow roads to Water Lane, which passes St Mary's Priory. The remains of the Priory lay right next to the trail and must be explored before taking on the journey to Brandon. Founded in 1103 by Roger Beghaus, a close associate of William the Conqueror, the ruins are extensive and free to enter. There are numerous information boards dotted around providing details on the cloister, church and extensive priors' lodgings. Just to the north of the Priory sits the Great Gatehouse, and it's the most perfectly preserved of the medieval buildings. Built in the 14th century, it was the principal entrance to the walled precinct of the Priory. Rejoining the trail by the towpath, the route heads through a small park and past a weir, with the beautiful sound of crashing water and wildfowl. Just beyond the weir, the route passes under a road and sticks close to the water's edge as it makes its way close to the A11. About a kilometre beyond the A11, the sound of tumbling water fills the air once again as you pass Abbey Heath Weir, and not far beyond the route enters the woodland, set back from the river and aiming for a nearby power station. The hive of activity around the power station is quickly passed, and the noise dies away with every step along the river. A signpost points the way to Santon Downham, the first and only village on the entire route, at just 2.5 miles further ahead. A zigzag of forest tracks heads around Little Lodge Farm, and just close to the entrance you may notice a slight mound by the trees. This is a bowl barrow dating to either the Neolithic or Bronze Age. Beyond the farm, the route joins a long track that heads through the trees to join the road near Santon Downham before entering the village by the church. Santon Downham is a tiny village with a population of only 240 and the administrative centre for the Forestry Commission. The trail passes the Grade 1 listed St Mary's Church, which has origins dating back to the 12th century, and overlooks the large green. Just to the north of the church, there is also the base of a late medieval cross. The Little Ouse Path crosses the river via a narrow bridge, which appeared in an episode of Dad's Army, and turns left to stick to the towpath all the way to Brandon. The route enters Brandon next to a small housing estate and ends by the road bridge, with a new wooden sign pointing the direction back to Thetford. Brandon has facilities including shops, pubs and restaurants, and also a train station to catch a train back to Thetford.